Today we're gonna make sausage and beans and greens pasta. It's so easy to make. Those are all the ingredients. Let's get to prepping them right now. All right, guys, I always like to go over the ingredients. This is a simple one. There's an infinite amount of ways to make a beans and greens pasta. You can take the sausage out. You can use different greens. Normally, I would just use escarole completely here, but I wanted to do spinach and I wanted to show you if you can't find escarole, you can use all spinach. Escarole is lettuce and it's very dirty like any lettuce. We cleaned it well. I rinsed it about 3 times. The way my grandmother would always do it, she would take a much larger bowl than this or like a big pot and then soak it. She would like move it around. All the dirt would sink to the bottom and then she'd pull out the escarole. She'd do that a couple times. But you know, if you have a salad spinner, just do it that way and that's how we did it. I have 2 cans of cannellini beans. If you want that like thicker starchiness from the beans, you don't have to drain them at all, but we're gonna have the starchiness from the pasta water here, so you're better off probably draining them. I have about 1.5 pounds of sausage. Now this is regular plain Italian sausage and it didn't come with fennel, and it normally does. So what I have here is fennel seeds, and I'm just gonna add them in. It's about 2 teaspoons. You could use hot sausage too if you like. Got a cup of white wine. Guys, if you can't have alcohol or anything like that, just omit the wine completely. This is roughly 10 ounces of baby spinach. I don't know the amount of cups here, but this is probably a good 5 cups, and this is probably 6 cups. We got a lot of greens here, but it shrinks to nothing when you cook it, so you do need a lot to start. 1/2 cup of Pecorino Romano, about 1/2 cup of fresh parsley, a bunch of garlic cloves. The garlic cloves I just chopped. I prefer it this way. And then finally, I have 1 pound of rigatoni. You can use any type of big pasta you like. You can use ziti, casarici, bicchieri, or how do you say it again? Paccheri. You know the one I'm talking about. We used it in the Norcina. Delicious, great pasta. I just feel like I've been using that a little too much lately, so I'm going with good old rigatoni. We gotta do that sausage first before we move on to the pasta step. You always wanna have your sausage, whatever, waiting for your pasta, not the other way around. I'm gonna use the big pan. This is a lot of stuff in here. We got the sausage, all the greens, the beans. You need a monster pan. Now, if you don't have a big 14-inch pan like I do, you can use a Dutch oven. I'm gonna heat this up to about a 4 out of 10. Just give it a couple minutes before we put down the oil. I'm gonna put down just a couple tablespoons of olive oil. There's a lot of fat in that sausage. We don't need much oil right now. Just let it sit for a while, then you start turning it. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot, put the fennel in too. All right, we're gonna saute the garlic until it gets golden, a couple minutes. Maybe I'll knock it back down just a touch to about a 4 out of 10. And also you can tent your sausage just with foil just so it stays warm. In about 1 minute, you get the nice golden on there, but let it go a little bit more. The art of getting good garlic flavor, getting the golden on there, but not the brown, okay? Now I know it's gonna take about 30 seconds more to get it where I want, so if you want hot red pepper flakes, now's the time to do it. I'm gonna put in about 1/4 teaspoon. Now that garlic is really golden there. Let's get the escarole in. The escarole with the water, the remaining water, is going to stop that garlic from burning or anything like that. Oh, the hot red pepper flakes just went up. That dried off really well, so I am gonna put a little bit of water in there. So you can see how much escarole we have, and after 2 minutes, how little we have now, all right? That's why you need so much of this, and we're gonna use the spinach. If you weren't gonna use the spinach, I would say maybe 2 heads of escarole would be good. Hit it up with a little salt right now. Just about 1/2 teaspoon. And we're gonna let this go for about 5 minutes, all right? Because you have, it's like these, it's this part like right here that's kind of firm and it needs to cook out. I'm gonna put the wine in here. You don't have to use wine. You could just skip this if you don't like it. I'm gonna turn the heat up to high or close to high. Maybe like 8 out of 10. So that liquid pretty much has reduced by half. You can let it reduce all the way, but you don't have to. I like to leave that wine in there. 2 15-ounce cans of cannellini beans in here. Pasta takes long enough that these beans are gonna get soft as well. All right, our pasta water is boiling. Gonna use 2 tablespoons kosher salt. Borden's kosher salt. That's about 2 tablespoons. And I'm just gonna mash these beans up with the back of my wooden spoon. That's all you have to do. What you're doing is you're gonna release a lot of the starchiness from the beans. Lots of good flavors in there. Now I know a lot of you vegetarians, vegans, you do watch me. Guys, just take the sausage out and then you have, you got a vegan dish here. And that just looks phenomenal. I mean, this is a whole meal right here. If you can't eat carbs, you just eat it like this. The pasta still needs a couple minutes in here. I'm gonna put more pasta water in here, probably a good amount, like a cup. We'll start with that much. And then let's get our pasta in there. And don't worry about pulling it wet here. We just added a lot of pasta water to begin with. Mix this all together. And you gotta let this pasta finish in here. It's gonna take a little bit for it to finish. You know what pasta would be good? I just thought of it. Medium shells. So then you get some of the beans and the sausage pieces inside of the pasta. All right, so I'm cooking this at about a 4 to a 5 out of 10, and you gotta cook it just stirring constantly until it's done. When you need more pasta water, just add it in. That's all you have to do, because the pasta is gonna absorb some of this liquid right now as it's cooking. It's gonna absorb more of the liquid, it's gonna take on more of the flavor, it's gonna taste good. This is why you cook pasta like this and you finish it in the sauce. Now I know it doesn't look like we have a lot of greens there, but don't worry, we have all the spinach too that's gonna go in. All right, it's pretty much done. Pasta's maybe a little bit less than al dente, but it's good, it's the way I like it. I'm gonna take this off the heat. Let's get the spinach and let's finish everything up and get the taste tester down here. Put all the spinach in. I know it's a lot, but it will wilt. Half a cup of pecorino. All the parsley. And then just mix it together. If it gets too dry now, you can just add a little bit more pasta water. I got the taste tester here, guys. I want to taste this for a second to make sure there's enough salt and pepper in it.
Okay. Looks good.
So I added all that green spinach, 10 ounces of it. So even if you think you have enough salt, you might, need to add a little bit more now. A little bit of black pepper. Even though the hot red pepper's in there, I think it needs a little bit.
It looks good.
This, James, I'm telling you, this is amazing, this one. This is a home run. So it's escarole, which is the darker one, because that was cooked a long time. And then the bright green is the spinach. You want some cheese?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm excited to hear what you think of this one. So what do you think?
I really like everything about this. Like, the pasta's the best thing, I think. Pasta's really the best thing in every pasta.
Yeah, but it can't just be pasta. It's gotta be some other stuff with it.
I like the spinach.
Spinach.
Yeah, the beans.
The garlic.
The garlic is good too. Everything is good about this.
So what does it get?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yes! I'm talking to my wife. I don't, about who's the best food critic. I don't watch any of the shows, so I don't even know who is a food critic. If you guys know, let me know. The next best food critic is right here.